Welcome to the PJ Finance Show, where today we will be talking about the two different types of dividend stocks. When we look at different dividend-paying stocks, we will examine two different types. The first being high dividend stocks, which is in the name pays out high dividends compared to other individual stocks in the market. The second we will examine are Dividend Aristocrats, which over the course of time have paid steadily increasing dividends to stockholders.
Thanks, Joe. Yes, high dividend stocks are ones that have a higher dividend yield compared to their peers. This concept sounds nice, to buy a stock and then receive a dividend that is higher than other equity securities on the market.
Why do companies offer a high dividend?
Dividends are attractive to investors, and the higher they are, the more investors will take note and buy the stock.
Well then, why don't all publicly traded companies do this?
Well, some companies have different objectives. For one, a company could want to retain earnings for growth. Maybe the company is facing financial challenges and cannot afford to pay dividends.
Okay. So could it ever be a bad sign that a company has a high dividend?
Well, if a company has a high dividend, we should look at some things on their balance sheet. The most important is to look at their borrowing. Has their borrowing increased with these higher dividends? If so, then the company is trying to attract investors to their stock but might be taking on serious debt that could later down the road hurt them financially. Another thing to consider is if the stock is only valuable because of their dividend, then that should make the investor worried about the value, because then they are putting.
Thank you for that, Phoebe. Now I will dive into Dividend Aristocrats. Dividend Aristocrats are stocks that have paid dividends over a long period of time. With that, during this period, the dividend they have paid out has as well increased during this time period. What this shows to investors is the strength of the company. Dividend Aristocrats no longer see fast growth where they would rather reinvest this money. So, they pay it out to shareholders. Dividend Aristocrats are rare because these companies have been able to be very stable over the course of time. For a stock to be a dividend aristocrat, they must have been able to make it through all market conditions and would have been able to perform during these conditions.
Thank you for watching. This presentation on dividend stocks is brought to you by the PJ Fiancé Show.